Hi everyone, welcome back to Nicely Soiled. This is Valentina and I'm super happy you clicked on this video. In this video I'm going to give you an update on the Anthurium Clarinervium baby plants that I grew from seeds. So if you haven't seen part 1, I really recommend you go back and you check how these turned into these beautiful little plants just from a pollinated flower attached to a plant. So it's really interesting because you're going to see how it evolved from the flower to a plant this size. I published it about 2 months ago, so I really have some interesting updates for you. So the first update I want to give you is on pests. Pest management and how I was able to get rid of all the insects without killing them. Because of course I do not like to kill insects. I just don't find it fair. And if I can do it in a cruelty-free way, I will absolutely do everything in my power not to kill anyone at all. If you remember, I put some expanded clay and on top of the terrarium some moss. And it was some moss that I bought from a florist shop. The florist shop unfortunately gives you moss that they collect from the wild, so it is full of pests. I should have thought about it, but I was so foolish not to really think about it. After something like more or less a few weeks, I found some holes on the leaves. So what I had to do was something really drastic, and I really feared that I would lose all the plants. So I had to remove all the moss that was there, take out all the roots, put all the snails that I could find in another place. I always keep some grass for them, so if I find any, they have outside of a window dedicated for them, there is some grass where I can place them. Secondly, of course, I could not see all of the snails because they are so kind of mimetic. And also, the snails and the worms went into the expanded clay. So what I did was to ensure that the pests wouldn't come back. One by one, every single tiny ball of expanded clay was accurately checked. I put them in a pen. And then, to sterilize everything, of course knowing that there is no animal, but I still prefer to sterilize things, I boiled the water with the expanded clay. Then again, I put a layer with the expanded clay that became fresher because I had to wait for some time. I didn't want to put the plants back in with the expanded clay that was burning hot, because you don't want to do that. I also thought it would have been mindful to divide the plants one by one. So each plant would have its own paper. It's not plastic, it's paper, so it will disintegrate at some point. I filled it with expanded clay that retains a lot of humidity, and one by one, each and every plant had their own little home. This has been growing for the past, I would say, 3 months or so. So you have to be very patient. Also, I'm wearing a t-shirt, but don't forget it's winter time. So the growth is going to be very slow. To have substantial growth, we will have to wait until spring and summer. That's when I expect I will be able to keep this open. Of course, I will firstly decrease the humidity slowly. I will also buy, and I'll put the link down below, a humidity measure, so I will monitor and make sure that the humidity decreases very slowly. You can see the location. Basically it's right beside the window, so it gets light. It doesn't get that much amount of light, so I prefer to always keep the LED light on, just to give it a little extra light in order for them to have longer days. What else? I'm going to show you some more tiny plants so you can get more or less an idea. Yeah, so why not checking out all the other plants? So this little baby, you see? Look how much this has grown. It's one of the anthuriums that has grown the most. You can actually see also the veins of the leaves and the heart shaped. The others are all very similar one to the other because they are siblings, so yes, there's not that much to see. I also want to show you this one though. This was a leaf that was completely eaten by the snails, and I of course didn't want to throw the plant away, and I did very well because you can see here we have new growth. So don't lose hope on your plants until you're very sure that they have passed away, but yeah, give it a second chance and they will surely thank you for that. As you can see, all these little beings have developed quite evenly. Only some of them do not have the leaf and are still going to develop, but they will at some point. And one final thing about maintenance, as you can see, there is like no water at the bottom, only the expanded clay is just a bit wet, but it's not mixed with water. And the only thing I did when I was maintaining it, I only sprayed filtered water around and changed the air. That was the only thing I had to do. For the rest, it was running itself. Well, I hope you liked this video and will want to give it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love to have you part of the Nicely Soiled channel. And feel free to participate to it with your comments and with your thoughts and your experience about these very beautiful beings. One tiny note, I will be selling these tiny things very soon as they reach like a certain dimension, like height, more or less. I would like tiny plants to be like more or less like this, and we are going to open an online shop, and I hope you will want to check it out. Have a very good day and see you. Ciao.